International today. Truly, the word is out. International is hitting that enviable stage of momentum, and there's certainly a primary reason for the growth of our company, and that is the products that we're bringing to North America and now the rest of the world. My name is Fred Holmes. It's my privilege to welcome each and every one of you to our Wednesday evening product focus call. This call is, we call it Straight Talk with Rusty Donkey. We're very fortunate. Rusty Donkey is the formulator of these products. Very unique in our industry to actually have the product formulator so actively engaged in working with us in the field and disseminating information about our product. What we're going to do this evening is, in just a couple of moments, I'm going to bring on board Ms. Pat Anderson. Many of you may recognize her name. She's a Diamond Elite in our company's compensation plan, a member of our Distributor Leadership Council. She brings to the table over 20 years of experience in the naturopathic and holistic healthcare industry, certainly extremely knowledgeable about our products, and she will be interviewing Dr. Rusty Donkey this evening. What I'm going to do is share some information to kind of, for those of you that maybe this is your first opportunity to hear about our company, to hear about our products, I'll kind of just give you a little background to bring everybody up to speed. This evening's call is really focused on those of you that have been an invited guest to hear this evening. Perhaps a friend or a family member, maybe a coworker, has been sharing with you information about these incredible products, all based on the moringa oleifera tree. And so, very much a special welcome to those of you that are invited guests. Now, Siege International, while we've been in the marketplace now just over 6 years, sharing these incredible products, the real Zija story started a couple of years before that with an hour-long documentary that aired on Discovery Channel. Now, this documentary was introducing us to a botanical, a tree, if you will, by the name of moringa oleifera. Now, certainly pretty much unheard of in the Western world. What we learned from the Discovery Channel documentary is that a very small quantity of the powdered leaf of this tree was being used to literally reverse childhood starvation in as little as 2 weeks. And this was being done in some of the world's most, desolate, poverty-stricken, drought-stricken areas. What was even more phenomenal, this tree was doing this miraculous, healing properties, and it was doing so much more quickly and efficaciously than some of the finest medications and nutritional supplements known in the Western world. Now, since the original airing of that documentary, we have been, without question, almost overwhelmed by tremendous third-party validation of the power of this tree. Today, there's over 200 worldwide humanitarian organizations that are endorsing the nutritional properties of this tree. Countless numbers of medical schools and universities studying this tree. Governmental agencies, including the National Institutes of Health, validating the nutritional power of this botanical. We were very fortunate that a few years ago, a videotaped copy of that original hour-long documentary was forwarded to a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name, but you'll soon understand why that particular circumstance created, without question, what has become one of the fastest-growing companies in the direct marketing or network marketing industry. Ken Brailsford is the founder of Siege International. He brings to the table well over 40 years of experience in the nutritional and direct marketing industry. Ken and his siblings were the founders of Nature's Sunshine back in the 70s. That company has grown now to be one of the, literally just a couple of dozen companies within our profession that has stood the test of time. Almost 40 years of business, $1 billion in sales, and continues to grow to this day. Ken went on in the 80s to become the founder of Enrich International. Some of you will recognize that company, another one of our industry's long-term billion-dollar legacy companies, continuing today almost 30 years in business under the name of Unicity. Now, when Ken originally looked at that videotape of the Discovery Channel documentary, what he recognized is he could do more good for mankind with a single botanical than he had with perhaps the hundreds of other products from his previous two companies. And that was the motivation for Ken to come out of retirement and bring to market what today we know as the ZJ International product. We are the Moringa company. We are, without question, the world's first to market with Moringa oleifera products. We are the largest harvester and importer of Moringa in the world today. Since we started and launched our company just over 6 years ago, we have expanded into several product divisions, covering every aspect of what people need to provide, optimal health, good nutrition. Our little tagline is inner health and outer beauty. We've developed another product division which includes our personal care products, and most significantly, we've developed our third product division, which is our weight management systems that are allowing people through good nutrition to literally lose excess weight, to bring their body into balance. Today we've had people that have lost 100 pounds and now over 200 pounds without dieting, without surgery, without drugs. And this is what's created the buzz that you're hearing tonight, people wanting to learn more about our products. And that's really the focus of tonight's call, is to give you specific information about the Moringa oleifera products being brought to the marketplace by ZJ International. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand the call over to my business partner, dear friend, Pat Anderson. Pat, it's just been an extremely exciting time here over the last several weeks. I know you've been doing quite a bit of traveling, sharing information about the ZJ products. I'm very excited to hear you and Dr. Russ Bianchi sharing this information, so I'm going to hand the call off to you.
Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate all that you do. It has been a busy few weeks, and I know it has for a lot of the leaders out there. We're just ramping up for the summer and all the promotions, etc., that are about to happen, and it is so much fun being able to share this product with so many. But it's my pleasure tonight to be on the call with our formulator, Russ Bianchi. So, Russ, welcome to the call.
Good evening, Pat. How are you?
Good. Now, where are you tonight?
Just landed, was out of the country, and I'm back in now, and I'm in California this evening.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we really appreciate all your traveling around and helping our teams to grow, so thank you. So, Russ, today I had some time. I got onto your blog before we start everything. Tell me about this slow poisoning of the kids and ourselves.
Pat, the food chain is basically dumbed down to the point that we have over 10,000 unidentified, unlabeled, harmful chemicals in the food, drug, and beverage chain right now. Literally, we have seen America go from a place where maybe 1,500 calories a day was the norm in terms of caloric intake, to 40 years later, more than double those calories and up to 85% less absorbable nutrients. The real story is harmful things like genetic modification, which are now proven to cause cancer. And literally, we're seeing more disease, more blood glucose issues, more weight gain issues than we ever have, even when we were smoking, say, 85% more tobacco. I facetiously say sometimes, was Woody Allen and Diane Keaton correct in the movie Sleeper in the 1970s when they spoofed that cigarettes are a new health food in the future? The bottom line is we are not only slowly but rapidly being poisoned, and anyone purporting that a lifespan is expanding is absolutely not telling the truth. As a matter of fact, anyone under the age of 15, boy or girl, doesn't matter what socioeconomic group, ethnicity, on average, will live 15 years less than an average 55-year-old today. That's how far this has gone, Pat. It's out of control. So in every disaster, there's an opportunity, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight with Asia.
Well, it is just terrible what is in our food, and you see it on a daily basis. So, and for all the listeners, you can go to russbianchi.com and just click on his blog, and you can see all the different articles that he has in there, and there's just some amazing ones. So, Russ, my gosh, we found out that we're growing at like 25% per month. So there are so many new people on the line. Just quickly tell about yourself for those new listeners.
Sure, my name's Russ Bianchi. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Adept Solutions Incorporated. We're based in the Monterey Bay area, and we create, convert, and stabilize things. Pharmaceutical and drug development, food and beverage, skincare and cosmetics, flavor chemistry and stabilization, functional and dietary supplementation, chocolate confectionery, the list is long. Perhaps if you've ever seen or perhaps consumed an energy bar in North America, we're responsible for the vast majority of those successful brands from the late 1980s forward. About 7.5 years ago, I received a phone call and was asked 2 questions. The gentleman on the phone had seen the 2004 Discovery Channel documentary and asked me a very simple question, a reasonable question. Is this treat even half as good as what is being reported? Why in the world isn't anybody using it? I think that's a pretty sound question. The next question was, if someone was using it, could I find out who? What we found were literally thousands upon thousands of published scientific and research and medical studies on the correct varietal moringa, which only Zija International has all the constituent parts, but nobody had utilized it as a nature to protect itself. It's extremely bad tasting, and it smells worse. You can't swallow it. It's how it protects it from being devoured by insects and animals for its nutrient density. So our job was, could we overcome that and leave it fully bioavailable and absorbable in the body? And it took us a long time, a team of scientists, lots of money, and we almost failed completely. We failed 143 times before we actually got there, Pat.
I know. Well, I love the product that you developed, and we're seeing the results with it. But, Russ, we talk about this being so nutrient dense and having everything that the body needs, but I can find that in a drugstore in a multivitamin.
Well, you could find the empirical claim that they might have those vitamins in it, but are they absorbed? The answer is no. As a matter of fact, the most popular multivitamin says it's the most complete, the most respected, the most tested, is in fact not absorbed at all. The PAs, the physician's attendants, the registered nurses joke about them in convalescent homes and hospitals as and bullets. And the bottom line is pretty straightforward. Results don't lie. Moringa oleifera is the most nutrient-dense botanical complete with all essential vitamins and minerals. Real amino acids, all of them, 9 essential that are required, anti-carcinogens, antioxidants, omega-3, 6, and 9. 3 dozen distant anti-inflammatories. The list is huge, and it's all absorbable. And you can even see that for yourself at the moringabook.com and live blood analysis.
Mm-hmm. But I can go on the internet, and I can buy the leaf on the internet cheaper than I can buy Zija. Like, why shouldn't I just buy the leaf?
Well, first of all, there's dozens and dozens of varietals of moringa around the world, and even many more countries. And what you're getting in those purported, arts and crafted or whatever the superlative marketing gimmick adjectives are, you're getting basically cellulose. You can actually swallow it. It doesn't have a horrific smell or flavor. It's the long varietal only from leaf. The correct varietal from leaf puree, fruit puree, seed cake cellulose fiber. And the bottom line is, it works with a 100% money back guarantee at no risk that nobody else offers.
Okay. So, can anybody take a Pure Nutrition?
Yes, if you're breathing, you're in a space-time continuum pad, you can take it. If you're pregnant, you can take it. If you're in your mother's womb, she can take it. If she's breastfeeding you as an infant, she can take it. If you're a centurion, you can take it. Who shouldn't take it? Stupid or the dead.
so I'm going to take it. Okay, so let's talk about the product line. Russ, what was the first thing that you developed and formulated?
Our Smart Mix. Our Smart Mix was complete from all the nutrient parts, delivering a very low caloric intake, and hydrated yourself. Everything that Moringa offers. The MoringaBook.com, you'll see a book called Moringa Book Magic, Myth, or Miracle. It'll explain all the benefits in literally hundreds of published embedded bibliographical studies in that presentation. That was our first product. And then we brought on Super Mix, which brings even more Moringa to you. And that is the real beneficial one, in my opinion, because we're delivering far more Moringa than that. And why would you not want more Moringa in you when you have to consider that the food chain is completely dumbed down, and on top of being dumbed down, has harmful genetic modification, horrific things like high fructose corn syrup that harm.
Okay, now, comparing the two, okay, the Super Mix has a lot more. Should we add more water to it?
Absolutely. I recommend somewhere between 14 and 21 ounces of water for the Smart Mix, but I recommend a range of between 21 and 30 on your preferences for the Super Mix, because there's more Moringa. Why would you not put more water? I also recommend folks at least consider splitting it up morning and afternoon, and if they have the opportunity in their schedule, to try to take it before each of 3 meals.
Yes, I think it's important too. And the other thing, of course, Dr. Ben and I like is making it the night before.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then you went to our energy drink. Well, I can buy energy drinks on every corner. Why would I take Zita's energy drink?
We decided to do a real sports drink, Pat, with Moringa in it. And you have to remember, we could talk about all the brand names, Red Bull, Vine, we could go on with the names, everybody knows what they are. But they have lethal levels of anhydrous, synthetic, chemical caffeine that will stop your heart. Combined it with a blood suppressant like alcohol, it's a need to make a cocktail. Taurine and guarana, which are unregulated, unsafe, known to cause cancer and birth defects. Artificial colors, artificial and cancer-causing sweeteners, B6 and 12 vitamins rendered from the intestines of pigs and slaughterhouses before the rest is macerated in cheap generic canned pet food. Carcinogenic constituents, preservatives, stabilizers. Their chemistry set gives absolutely no energy, no power. And that's why there's all this litigation going on around states going after them for harming people. We decided to do a real safe, 100% efficacious sports drink that delivers real results. We're an evidentiary-based company. This is not refutable. This is not up for debate. We provide results. Better speed, better endurance, better recovery, no cramping from lactic acid buildup, and literally, Pat, gold, silver, bronze, Olympic medals, world championships in professional sports, collegiate, Olympic, the list is long. You could go tonight, if you don't believe me, to Luke Curry workout at YouTube, and you'll see a guy that broke world records in power weightlifting because of the amino acid sequencing, building strong, fast, fish muscle, and kinesiological performance from our sports drinks, the XM Plus and the XM3.
Well, I know we have so many athletes taking it, but you know what? I find that it's a good drink for those people that just drag in the afternoon, having some of that just picks them up, but they don't get the highs and lows that the other energy drinks do.
Yes. Yes. The bottom line is never confuse activity with results. CJ is an evidentiary-based company. We deliver results that are guaranteed. 100% money back guarantee, and up to 90% for 1 full year. There's no risk.
Okay.
What I also like is free, Pat. There's even a program in place where you can get yours for free by referring a couple of folks. I don't know of any other product, brand, service that will make those guarantees and also provide a way for you to get it for free. So anyone who says they can't afford this, well, they're among the stupid or potentially pretty soon dead. Therefore, I can't fix either.
Well, we're going to help them get it free.
Yes.
Okay.
If get mental clarity.
Okay. Now, one of the problems in North America, I just did a presentation for gastric bypass doctor yesterday. And people aren't absorbing the nutrients, they're eating the wrong foods, they're gaining the weight and having massive problems. I love our weight management system. It's a system. So let's talk about that.
Well, diets don't work. Diets have never worked. And if they worked, how come basically we have 7 out of 10 folks today with a very serious or morbid weight issue when we had less than 1 out of 60 only 30, 40 years ago. Today, we see 1 out of 3 people with a blood glucose issue and on medicines for it. That didn't exist in the mid-1960s. So the answer is diets don't work because if the Kumbaya weigh-in session, the phony point scales new and approved, the celebrities on TV claiming they lost weight when they were really on a treadmill at that farm 7 days a week, and then claiming some food showing up at their house actually made them lose weight. It's worse than the packaging it came in. If those actually worked, why are 7 out of 10 with a major problem? The answer is they didn't work. So we developed a system where we deliver actual nutrients from the most nutrient-dense botanical on planet Earth. Oringo Ferro from Zage International. We need to do more than afternoon capsules to trigger leptin in your brain. You're satiated, you're not hungry, and you burn body fat. And then we give you a detoxification tea, which is actually Ken Brailsford, founder of Zage International's base oil with moringa in it, to make sure that you don't toxify when we convert adipose tissue or stored body fat. And the result is anyone who uses the system correctly will lose all the weight they want. So here's a way to get well as improve your wallet, because if you refer some folks, they're going to send you money every Friday night on top of that. Wire transfer to a ProPay account. That's pretty good.
Okay. So let's just really get into detail because, we have so many new people on the line. I really want them to understand how they should take it, though, Russ.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would start with the super mix if I were seeking to lose weight. I would hydrate that with, the range I said 21 to 30 ounces of water. And I drink a third before each of my 3 meals. Depending on my conditions, I take probably an AM or the option of a PM before lunch and before dinner, or perhaps morning and afternoon, and then a PM before or after dinner, and then the tea in the evening an hour before bed, not microwaving the water. Is there explanations of all of this based on what your goals might be in weight loss? And the answer is yes. It's on the front page of RussBianchi.com. There's an essay that you can print off called Items to Stay Away From. It'll show you a short list of things you should never consume, or anyone should. A medium list of things you may have occasionally, including your own birthday cake once a year but not daily. And a real long list of things that you may have daily in moderation. Right below that is a very detailed essay with the help of Dr. Ben Bowers, distributor in Wichita, Kansas, integrated medicine man, and myself, showing you how to use these products. So does one have to reinvent the wheel to understand how to do these? No. When all else fails, read directions. It's on the front page of RussBianchi.com. There's even 3 videos there you can share with people with duplication. What's wrong with what we eat explains in 19 minutes the dumbing down of the food chain over the last 45 years. There's an interview with Dr. Monica Marcoux there, who wrote the book Miracle Tree on our scientific review board. There is an explanation by Dr. Robert Lustig, teaching pediatrician and endocrinology at UC San Francisco Med School, called Sugar the Bitter Truth, that literally tens of millions of people have seen on YouTube. So it's all there on the front page for folks to follow, read, and benefit from.
Okay. All right, so we have our system, and then what I really loved is you came up with a meal replacement, the Prime 90. Why is ours better than there's so many on the market right now.
Mm-hmm. Protein in general, Pat, seems to be hydrogenated, caseinated, concentrated, acidified, isolated, chemically altered, genetically modified, and now we've proven that soy causes cancer because it's genetically modified along with corn and wheat. And what do we see in those retail bodybuilder stores? A bunch of junk, a bunch of stuff that will actually constipate and not be absorbed and not build muscle mass. Because if they did, they should be breaking world records left and right, and they're not. So the bottom line is we decided to use real plant-based protein from moringa, and the result is prime 90 and the vanilla and chocolate that are not only delicious, but deliver real results.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I like that whole weight management system, and you can pick and choose, starting with the nutrition, pick and choose which capsule that you like, follow it up with the tea, and then if you want to use the meal replacement for breakfast or lunch, it's just fantastic. And what better thing to give children in the morning is that prime 90 to start their day off.
Right.
Okay. So the last division is our skincare. And I think, Russ, one of these days we're going to just have a call on skincare, I think.
That'd be a great idea, Pat. I think it's the sleeping giant of each international. The largest organ on our body, both in size and weight, is our skin. Love the skin you are in, and it gets the most abuse. And we know and have proven, and on the front page of RussBianchi.com, topically we show you how nutrition from moringa oil restores skin. And we'll be talking more and more about this as time goes on. But does Generation M, Generation Moringa, deliver restoration where no other skincare line does? I can emphatically say that's true because I've formulated products in Europe, United Kingdom, North America, South America, Asia, famous brands, huge brands, retail brands, direct referral brands. And the bottom line is Gen M is 10 years in technology and proven results ahead of anything you can name. It's that simple because it's moringa-based. Well, the International is the Moringa company. And, I've been around a lot of multinational brands, multi-billion-dollar brands, and I've never seen anything more vertically integrated, literally from plantations through finished brands at the lowest possible price in referral, which is free. And do I foresee that this company will be a multi-billion-dollar company in a very short order future? Yes, I do. As you said yourself, Pat, the company is doubling at a rate of every 4 months. That's pretty significant in an economy which is generally pretty lethargic around the world. So there's a reason it's doing that. It's delivering results. And people don't leave who use this, Pat. They stay. Whether they ever apply the referral model for income, they remain users for life because the products work better at a lower price than anything else in the categories.
Well, I would love to get a picture of people that have been taking this product for 4 or 5 years and compare it to back then, because I'll tell you, looking back on my own pictures, etc., my skin is better, I feel better. It's just totally changed my life.
Pat, I would not be running around 7 days a week at age 56 and doing what I do if it weren't for the nutrition I'm getting in Supermix on a daily basis. It's not physiologically possible. I haven't figured out yet how to space-time continuum. We're working at it at Solutions, or as we like to say, the extremely difficult we do on a daily basis, the impossible will take a little longer. Bottom line is this: without this nutrition, Pat, I couldn't have just gotten off an airplane and gotten onto this call with everybody tonight. I work on very little sleep anymore because I'm getting the nutritional benefits without breaking my body down that only Zija Supermix provides. And I encourage everyone tonight to share that with their family, their friends, their community, because it will reap massive benefits both from a physiological wellness standpoint.
Oh, I might have lost you. He's probably driving now, trying to get back home. But you know what? It is the truth. Like, you know, myself, like Russ got off the plane. I drove from Ohio all the way back to Oklahoma, 16 hours, and one day all by myself, and I felt absolutely fantastic. You just get energized, and it's such a great feeling. So, Russ, you might be able to hear me, but thank you so much for joining us tonight. And guests, Russ will be back next Wednesday night again, and he'll be talking about some other things, and maybe we'll do a whole call on skincare. So with that, I'm going to pass the call back to you, Fred.
All right, thank you so much, Pat. And Uncle Russ, if you can hear us, once again, we always thank you for the tremendous information you bring to us on our Wednesday night calls. Ladies and gentlemen, frankly, you've just heard the tip of the iceberg of the power of our moringa-based products. Certainly, you'll want to join us again for future editions of this call. Now, in closing, I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'm going to put out a challenge to you. For those of you that are invited guests, I'm going to challenge you to call the person that invited you to be on this conference call and talk to them immediately. Let them know you want to try the products if you haven't had a chance to try the products. Matter of fact, take us up on our unconditional trial offer of our products. We're so convinced that if you use our products, you'll like our products. You'll be one of our ongoing customers. We give you a full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Now, secondly, we know a number of you were invited to learn more about the income opportunity available with ZG International. While that is not the focus of this call tonight, tomorrow evening, we're going to have a very special executive overview of the ZG International income opportunity. Because when you have needs in the marketplace like we have from, health, weight loss, skincare issues, and you have products that meet those needs, that's what creates a tremendous opportunity. We're going to have a call tomorrow evening. One of our company's top income earners is going to be sharing information specifically on how to be able to build a part-time home-based business that can then become, in reality, a full-time and in many cases life-changing income opportunity. So we'll want you to join us again tomorrow evening at this same time on this conference bridge. With that, I'm going to do one last thank you to Pat Anderson and Russ Bianchi for sharing their information with us this evening. I'm going to open up the lines and close out the call. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the executive overview call tomorrow evening. The lines are open. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.